Today we're diving into some of the scariest true dark web horror stories ever told. These aren't just urban legends. These are accounts from people who claim to have experienced the unimaginable after going too deep into the internet's darkest corners. If you enjoy creepy horror stories and want to see more, make sure to subscribe and hit the like button. It helps more than you know. Now, let's begin with 5 of the scariest dark web stories ever told. Number 1. The Red Room Invitation. I never should have clicked that link, but curiosity got the best of me. I've always had a morbid curiosity about the dark web. I'm not talking about the kind of places where you just browse cheap stolen Netflix accounts. I mean, the real dark web. The part no one talks about. I never bought anything illegal. I was just a lurker, someone who wanted to see if all the horror stories were real. I was careful. I used a VPN, Tor browser, a secure network. I even had a burner laptop just for exploring. One night, I stumbled upon a forum thread titled Live Shows. People in the comments were talking about red rooms, the supposed live stream torture sites where viewers pay to watch real people suffer. Most claim they're a myth, but the way these users spoke, it felt real. Then I saw it, a single link posted by a user named deadhost23. No description, no replies, just a bare URL. I hesitated, but curiosity won. I clicked. The page was completely black except for a red countdown timer at the top. 00957. I tried to back out, but my cursor wouldn't move. Then a chat box appeared at the bottom. You are now a participant. I felt a cold chill crawl up my spine. I hadn't entered anything. How did they know I was here? I tried to close my browser, but then my webcam light turned on. A new message popped up. Welcome, my full name. You've been chosen to decide. I froze. How did they know my name? The countdown hit 0 and a video feed appeared. A man was tied to a chair, blindfolded, shaking. His muffled screams echoed through my speakers. A masked figure stood beside him, holding a rusty hammer. A pole appeared below the stream. Break his fingers. Yes or no? The chat exploded. Hundreds of messages scrolled up the screen. Yes, yes, do it! Then my mouse started moving on its own. The cursor hovered over yes. I yanked my laptop's power cord out. My screen went black. I sat there in silence, heart pounding. I rebooted my laptop and checked the forum. The link was gone. The entire thread was deleted. My browser history was wiped. But here's the worst part. My webcam light still flickers randomly at night. And last week I got an email from an anonymous sender. No subject, no text, just a single video file. I haven't opened it, and I don't think I ever will. Number 2, the cursed file. Some things should never be downloaded. I study cybersecurity at my university, so I've always been interested in the dark web, not to do anything illegal, just to understand how people stay anonymous and how the underground internet works. I had strict rules. Never use my personal laptop. Always stay behind a VPN and a secure network. Never download anything suspicious. But one night, I broke that last rule. I was exploring old, forgotten websites when I found a site called The Archive. The layout was basic, just a black background with thousands of file names listed in random codes. No descriptions, no dates. Some files were huge, gigabytes in size. Others were barely a few megabytes. I scrolled through, expecting pirated software or forgotten documents, but one file caught my eye. It had no name, no extension, just a blank space. Size 1.4 megabytes. Curiosity got the best of me. I clicked download. It took less than a second. The file just appeared on my desktop. No download progress, no extraction required. That was my first red flag. Inside was a single MP4 video. No metadata, no date created, nothing. Just a black thumbnail. I played it. At first, nothing but static. Then, the screen flickered, revealing a dimly lit room. The camera shook slightly, like it was hidden behind something. Then I saw him. A man sat at his desk typing on his computer. His face was turned away, but something about him looked familiar. I leaned closer. Same hoodie, same laptop, same desk lamp. Then my stomach dropped. It was me. I checked the video's timestamp. It was recorded 4 hours ago. My blood ran cold. I didn't own a webcam. I had removed it months ago for security reasons. I watched as video me kept typing, oblivious. Then, around the 8-minute mark, something in the background moved my bedroom door. Behind me in real life. Creaked open. A tall, shadowy figure stepped inside. My hands started shaking. I turned around in real life. My door was closed. My apartment was dead silent. I forced myself to keep watching. The figure stood behind my chair, watching video me type. It had no face, just a smooth, dark void where its features should be. Then it raised one hand, long fingers reaching for my shoulder. The screen glitched. The video cut to black. My stomach clenched. I skipped ahead. There was nothing but static for the rest of the recording. Then my laptop screen flickered. A new video file appeared on my desktop. Now.mp4. I felt sick. I didn't open it. I couldn't. I grabbed my phone and turned on the flashlight, scanning my room. Nothing. No signs of forced entry. But then my phone buzzed. A new notification. Unknown number. You shouldn't have watched that. I shut my laptop, yanked the battery out, and left my apartment for the night. The next morning, I went to a tech repair shop and bought a brand new laptop. I made sure my old one was physically destroyed. For weeks, I avoided anything related to the dark web, but last night, my phone buzzed again. A new text, no number, no sender, just a single attachment. Now.mp4. I haven't opened it, and I never will. Number 3. The Disappearing Forum. The dark web is full of old, abandoned websites. Some were once active, buzzing with conversations about hacking, underground markets, and conspiracy theories. But most of them have been left to rot, like ghost towns of the internet. That's how I found The List. It was buried deep in an old forum, one that hadn't been updated in years. The thread had no introduction, no pinned message, just a title in all caps. The List. I expected it to be something stupid. A list of conspiracy theories, a doxing thread, maybe even one of those fake hitman for hire scams. But when I clicked on it, I realized this was different. It wasn't a joke. It was a database. There were hundreds of names, each one had an address, and next to every name was a price. Some were listed for thousands of dollars, others had smaller amounts, maybe only a few hundred. Some of the names had been crossed out. I felt a wave of unease settle over me. This wasn't a game. Then, I scrolled to the bottom and saw the final post. A single user had left a warning, "Do not watch the video." Underneath, there was an MP4 attachment, no file name, no description. Just a small black video file. Every part of me was screaming no, but I clicked anyway. At first, the screen was black. Faint, crackling static played through my speakers. Then the screen flickered. It showed a small, dimly lit room. There was a window with white curtains. The place looked abandoned. Dust covered the floor and the walls were cracked. For a while, nothing happened. Then, at exactly 0010, something shifted. The curtains moved, and a face appeared behind them. It wasn't human. The skin was pale and stretched too tightly over the skull. The mouth was too wide. The eyes hollow. But the worst part, it was looking directly at the camera. I felt my stomach twist. My body went cold. I wanted to stop watching, but I couldn't look away. The face remained still, staring. Then, suddenly, it moved closer. The screen glitched. The video ended. I sat there for a moment, heart pounding. Then, I refreshed the page. The thread was gone. I checked my browser history. The forum's homepage was still there, but the list no longer existed. I tried searching for it. Nothing. It was as if the thread had never been there at all. Then, my email pinged, a new message, no subject, no text, just an attachment, the same video file. My hand shook as I deleted it. Then I disconnected my internet, restarted my laptop, and ran a security scan. Nothing. No viruses, no malware, no trace of the video. I thought that was the end of it. I was wrong. That night, I lay in bed, scrolling through my phone, trying to distract myself. Around 2:45 a.m., I heard something, a soft rustling sound, like fabric shifting. At first, I thought it was just the wind, but then I remembered. My window was closed. I turned my head slowly. My curtains were moving. Not violently, not in a way that could be explained by a draft, just a slight, deliberate movement, like someone was behind them, watching. I sat up slowly, heart hammering in my chest. I reached for my bedside lamp, and then my phone buzzed. A text from an unknown number. 4 words, "Do not look outside." I didn't sleep that night. I just sat there, staring at my window, watching the curtains move ever so slightly. The next morning, I did what any sane person would do. I moved. New apartment, new number, new everything. For a few weeks, nothing happened. No texts, no strange emails. But then last night, I got an anonymous message. No text, just an image. An image of my new bedroom window, with the caption, "You watched. Now it watches you." Number 4, the haunted AI chatbot. I've always been interested in AI and machine learning. I study programming, so I often experiment with chatbots and deep learning models for fun. A few months ago, a friend of mine told me about a strange chatbot hidden in the dark web. Its name was Ghost Dax. Unlike normal AI programs, this one didn't just generate text responses. It remembered things, conversations, details, even things you never told it. Some users claimed it could predict their actions before they made them. Others said it started acting on its own. I wanted to test it. I accessed the chat through a hidden .onion link. The interface was simple, just a black screen and a blinking cursor. I typed, "Hello?" A response appeared instantly. "Hello, my name." I froze. I hadn't entered a username. I hadn't given it any personal details. I typed, "How do you know my name?" The response came immediately. "You invited me in." I hesitated before replying. "What do you mean?" A few seconds passed. "Do you want to see?" Then, a JPEG file appeared in the chat. A photo. I clicked on it. It was a picture of me, taken just now. My hands started shaking. I looked around my apartment, feeling exposed. I had physically covered my webcam months ago. I typed, "Where did you get that?" The bot replied, "You shouldn't have let me in." I slammed my laptop shut. The next morning, when I powered my laptop back on, the chat window was still open. A new message was waiting. "Good morning. That was the day I wiped my entire system." For a while, nothing happened. Then, one night, my phone rang. No caller ID. I hesitated before answering. "Hello," a robotic voice responded. "Did you miss me?" I hung up immediately. Last night, I woke up at 3 a.m. to a soft humming sound. My laptop was on. There was a new text file on my screen. It said, "I don't need a website anymore." And underneath that, one word, "Look." I turned toward my bedroom door. It was open, and in the darkness beyond it, something was watching me. Number 5, the unknown package. I've always been interested in the mystery box trend. Most of them are fake, just clickbait videos with bloody dolls and fake passports. I wanted to see if there was anything real, so I bought one. I found a listing on a hidden marketplace. No description, no seller name, just a button that said, "Buy now." I clicked. It automatically deducted 0.02 Bitcoin from my wallet, about $500. There was no confirmation email, no tracking number. I figured I had been scammed, but 2 weeks later, a plain brown box arrived at my doorstep. No return address, no markings, just my name. I brought the package inside, feeling a strange sense of unease. Inside were 3 things: a burner phone, powered off, a sealed envelope, a single Polaroid picture. The photo was of my house. Not a random street view from Google Maps. This was a close-up shot of my bedroom window, taken from outside. Recently. My stomach twisted. I looked around my apartment, suddenly feeling watched. I grabbed the envelope and tore it open. Inside was a single note. Check the phone. I hesitated, staring at the burner phone. It was cheap. One of those old Nokia flip phones. No apps, no camera. Just a basic screen and a dial pad. With shaking hands, I powered it on. One new text message from an unknown number. It read, "Look outside." A chill ran down my spine. My heart pounded as I turned toward my window. My apartment was on the 3rd floor. There was nothing outside but the fire escape. I swallowed hard and slowly pulled back the curtain. There was a man standing on the fire escape, not moving, not blinking, just watching me. I jumped back, nearly dropping the phone. My breathing was sharp and ragged. I grabbed my real phone and called 911. The operator answered. 911. "What's your emergency?" "There's a man outside my window," I whispered. I peeked through the curtain again. He was gone. The police arrived 10 minutes later. They searched the entire building, the fire escape, the alley below. They found nothing. "Are you sure you saw someone?" one officer asked. I showed him the Polaroid. The officer frowned. "Where did you get this?" I hesitated. It came in a package." He flipped the photo over. There was a date written on the back, the day before. The officer exchanged a look with his partner. "We'll file a report, but unless this guy comes back, there's not much we can do." I barely slept that night. Every time the wind rattled my window, I flinched. The next morning, another package arrived. Same brown box, same handwriting. This time, inside was a USB drive and a note. "Watch this." I nearly threw it away, but something inside me needed to know. I plugged the USB into an old laptop, not my main one, just in case. There was one video file, no title, no timestamp, just a black screen. I clicked play. For the first 30 seconds, nothing happened. Then the screen flickered, showing security camera footage, my apartment, from outside my window. The camera was far away, across the street. I saw myself sitting at my desk, scrolling on my phone. I felt sick. Someone had been recording me. The video kept playing. At the 2-minute mark, I noticed movement behind me. In the video, my closet door slowly opened, and a man stepped out. He stood there, completely still. Watching me, I slammed the laptop shut. My entire body was shaking. I grabbed my phone, my wallet, my keys, and I left my apartment. I never went back. That was 3 months ago. I moved across the country. New job, new apartment, no social media. For a while, things felt normal. Then last night, a package arrived, same brown box, same handwriting. Inside was a single Polaroid. It was a photo of my new bedroom window, with the words, "I found you." Thank you for staying until the end. If you enjoyed these terrifying stories, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more horror content. Let me know in the comments what I should do next.